tee height's going to be at least a golf ball under the ball itself. So those regular length tees are going to just barely go in the ground. Okay. So when we do get contact, it goes pretty low. Yeah. Okay. All right. So your setup's pretty good. You know, your ball position's good. We got the tee height in a better spot now. How you set up your body, obviously you've got some good angles and all this going on. The grip with your left hand is something we should talk about. Okay. So hold your club straight up and down, like vertically. Okay, so from here, I'll hold it right there. So this hand goes on where the fingers go on at 90 degrees to the shaft. Notice how much the thumb hangs out. Yeah. Okay, so that is going to sit, here's your two pads to your hand, and they're not on the grip. Right. You had it there, in between those two. So that's not a, like we can't use our wrist very strong from there because the club kind of locks us out. So if we can take the club square right here, fingers go on at 90, good. All right, that's a much better grip. You'll notice that when the club face is square, that you can see a couple of these knuckles over here, so the hand is turned, a little bit of cupping there, but the thumb being long and the fact that it sits way better over here, so much more power there. Right. How that hand goes on, I don't care. Okay. Yeah, okay, so from here, the action of the wrists is like if you had to lift this club up and chop my hands off, right? And that's why I set your hand up like that, because if you had it in there, there's no wrist leverage. Right. Okay, so grip on the left hand's priority number one. And from here, can you put your hands a little lower, like closer to your, no, not on the club, closer to your knees, closer to the ground. There you go. So it's almost like the hands have to go down, but then stand just a touch taller with it. Just a touch. That's different. Okay, go for it. Hit that one. Yep. Yeah, hands low, you tall. There we go. Good. Okay, come on over here and take a look. Let's talk about the swing. And stand just a touch taller with it. Just a touch. That's different. Okay, go for it. Hit that one. Yep. Teed up higher. Yep. You keep doing that, they won't renege the golf requests. Okay, so hold it there. So when you look down, not only is this lower, but this has to be turned over more. So you want to be able to see the whole back of this hand when you look down on it. Yeah. Okay, one more. Okay, so just take it back about halfway, all the way to me. Okay, hold it here. Now turn your body more. Good? That's what I'm looking for. Okay? So what moves the club away from the golf ball isn't my hands and my arms. It's the fact that my inside is turning toward me, right? Your body, the front of your body turns toward me, and that was way different.
Like that?
Yeah. And just hit from there. Good job. Yes. You might feel like it's just like it's the pockets on your shorts. It's your thighs that are kind of doing a lot of the turning and twisting.
Yeah?
Yeah, just the thighs. It'll take everything above that with it. There you go. Good job. There's our height. So the whole reason we talked about trying to turn this is so that by the time that you get this turned, that you can really lift your arms up higher. So I'm trying to get the grip of the club farther from the golf ball. Better. So the reason that it's going to the right is because the backswing's not quite long enough. And I'll explain how those link up later on. But just for now, I want to try and not tell you too much info. Yeah. Let's just get the backswing higher. Big turn, lift up the arms all the way to the sky. Okay, that was way different. Good for you. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So sometimes right now you're going to make good moves, but maybe like for what we're trying to do, but you might not hit the ball great doing it.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. So in that one, I can see the club in the periphery of my head. That's too far?
I don't want to say too far.
Okay.
Big turn, big lift of the arms. Good. Yeah.
Pulling up.
One more time. Give me the backswing. Hold it to here. Just swing it back to here. Okay, big turn of the body. Good. You'll feel like you've turned all of this toward the target. All right. And then as this goes up, hold it there. Can you bring this guy down? If this hits your chin, this has gone too high.
Okay.
So it has to stay lower. Right. It's something I'm going to talk to her about later. So far, the information I've given you guys is very similar. Right. Turn this a lot and make sure that, we start bent over like this, right? So as I turn, I have to make sure that I stay bent over and I don't accidentally stand up. And that's where the left shoulder has to stay down to the ground. Good job. Yeah. It is, but remember that it gets straight because the grip's on there correctly. Yeah. If you take your old grip and then straighten your arm, you might miss the ball. Yeah. Way to go. So in golf, we find trends, right? Like the ball, when we do it well, the ball can only do like one of two things. It's either going to go straight in one direction or curve the other way. If it curves both ways, we have problems, right? You've only curved it one way so far. So it's very consistent from that manner. We're just going to bring that curve to the right in a little bit by taking the hands higher in your backswing. Okay. So I would stick with the driver, practice this for at least half that pile. Okay. So the big thing is going to be in the backswing. through. So let me give you an idea here. So set up to your shot. Okay. So if I have a line all the way up from the golf ball, this shoulder has to get all the way to this line. Okay.
This shoulder has to get to this line.
Yeah, to the line I'm holding. So I'm going to hold it right there. Okay, make a backswing and get your shoulder all the way to the end of this club. No, keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. That's what I want.
Really?
Yeah, so notice how this shoulder's now behind the ball.
Yeah.
But when you turn your shoulders your normal way, the front shoulder's over here, your back shoulder's over there, and they haven't turned very much.
Right.
And that's what's making mostly the club miss the ground. So start one more time. So turn this shoulder all the way until it gets on this side, and this shoulder gets on that side of the ball. There you go, way better. And that lengthened your backswing. Got the club going higher. Good.
A lot of torque.
Yes.
Basketball.
Yep, I like it. Grip looks good. Big shoulder turn. Okay. So let's go from here. New club. We'll come back to this one. 7-iron is going to make the ball go a little farther, so there's less angle on the face and the shaft's a little longer. Okay, so make a practice swing and hold your finish. I want to talk about just tweaking your practice swing a bit. Okay, so you got the grip on the right spot. Good. Yeah, and just make a swing and hold it. Okay, I like hold on, don't move. It's gonna be a weird one. Hold it there. Okay, that's different. Start again. So not only is this shoulder turn, I want you to feel like you get taller doing it. Good, good. Now just swing through. Hold it there. Okay, so this knee more forward, get off your back foot, keep pushing forward. So this knee has to get all the way to here. That hip has to get all the way to here, and that shoulder has to pass here.
How? Like.
Mm-hmm. But if you're swinging the club and your whole right side stays back, you can't get forward, you can't get tall, and that club's going to come right across the golf ball. So I like to think like right outside my front foot here is a big wall, and I'm trying to get my right side up against that wall, not just my left side. I need to rotate, right? The turning, like we see rotation, very few golfers feel rotation. They feel straight lines, right? So feel like, you know, where my phone is here in my right pocket or my right side of my stomach, that right side has to push toward the target, straight through, push toward the target. Not bad. One more time. Okay. Let's make some practice swings without the ball. Just trying to get forward and tall. And just check that the right side, your right knee, your right leg gets forward. Good job. Another one. A couple more practice swings. Try and feel like that you can get your body to that spot before you swing your arms. Like that has to lead the arms and the club. Like lead it. It's going to pull it. There, that's different. Okay.
My leg's still.
It is, so you're going to have to push your knee forward. Almost like you're trying to get your knees to touch at the end of your swing. Good. So let's try and have a goal with this shot. We'll tee a couple of these up. I want to see if you can get the club to hit the ball pretty much at the same time that your knees touch.
Pretty much the same time as your knee. Okay.
Yep. So timing is basically like the golf club versus something on you. So knees touch the same time the club touches the ball. Good job. Well done, good job. So right shoulder back a little bit farther and then knees touch. Yep. You'll feel like it turns back so much that it starts to get closer to the target. You'll feel as though that your shoulders turn so much that your right one gets closer to the target. Yeah, well done. Terrific. And so I'd like to see if you can try and move through these like easier or softer or without so much squeeze and tension. I think that's the squeeze and the tension slowing you down. So that by trying to do it softer, I think you're going to hit it farther. Stand, one more time, start again. Stand closer to it. There you go, good. Okay, yeah. Big shoulder turn, knees touch. Good. Straighter. So anytime you feel like the club hits the ground too soon or it gets too steep, like too deep of a divot, and you end your swing standing on your back foot, you'll notice that you have the biggest space between your knees at that time, right? So like I'm just trying to almost like getting the knees together not only lets you rotate toward the target, but it gets your weight off your back foot. All the fat shots are because you're standing on your right leg. We want to get off of that leg. Different. So bigger backswing because the right shoulder keeps turning, and then right knee touches your left knee. That's the key for this.